When working with specific seam allowances on the Bernina 550, you'll be able to use the markings on the throat plate. You'll notice there's a 3/8, a 5/8, and in between that's a 1/2 inch. One little mark you might not even realize it's there, right at the end of the right feed dog opening, there's a small little hash mark. That is a 1/4 inch. I have been known to run my fabric along that 1/4 inch and on this side, and I'll actually get a scant 1/4 inch. It's a great way to kind of guide yourself. You also have in your accessory box one of these. It's a short seam guide, which will help you get distances further than the marked items on your throat plate. I'm going to just take this foot here. It's foot number 20, an open toe foot. And you notice on the back there's a screw. Loosen that up and the seam guide will fit right on in. Now, just a note, that screw sometimes gets loosened and then it wiggles off. And people always wonder where that screw came from. And usually it's found near their machine or in their accessory box and curious. All you have to do is look for the foot that's missing their screw on the back side. It's just for the guide. You can go ahead and measure from here on out, and if you need an 1.5 inches, you need a 2 inch, you can set that for exactly what you need. And then when you go to sew, you're going to find that you can have perfectly parallel lines. Here's how it's actually going to work. We're going to go ahead and put this on. We're going to just sew with a straight stitch here. If you have a seam or hem you need to follow, just go ahead and put that right up against your guide and then just keep your eye over here. That's going to keep it nice and parallel as you're sewing. Now if you're doing things that you're doing multiple rows of, instead of drawing all the lines, you can just draw one line, and then after you sew the first one, you can go ahead and use the guide once again. Set that right on top of the previous line of stitching, and now those lines are going to be perfectly parallel without you having to do a lot of extra work. Now you'll also notice in the accessories, the walking foot, in your walking foot box, you also have 2 guides that are much longer. Those can be put on the walking foot and they'll go out to both the left and the right side. So how about multiple rows of straight stitching or even decorative stitching? You'd probably want to put that on and just make it really easy.